for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll.
Alderman Tobin.
Here.
Alderman Jean-Francois.
Here.
Alderman Johnson.
Here.
Alderwoman Ray.
Here.
Alderman Kleiner.
Here.
Alderman Green.
Here.
Alderman Witt.
Here.
Alderman Massey.
Here.
President Rodriguez.
Here.
Quorum is present.
Approval of minutes?
We have December 5th and December 19th.
So moved. Massey, seconded by Alderman Witt. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, correspondence.
Nothing this evening.
For the good of the city, anyone would like to address the council, please step forward.
Hello, good evening. I am a City of Middletown resident. I'm a parent here, and I also work for Power Against Tobacco. I worked with you on the TFO, or tobacco-free outdoors, for the parks and playgrounds and municipally owned properties around the city. And I'm here tonight to thank you for your progression and progress on retailers. Young people are accessing tobacco products and all kinds of products that they should not have, and Power Against Tobacco is here to support your work. Please reach out to us, but thank you again for keeping these products out of the hands of our young people, because it's very important that they don't start smoking or using cannabis before they are of age to, like, really legal age and age to really make that decision. So please reach out to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Steven Simon Cherie. I am a Middletown resident. I also am the coordinator for Middletown Cares Community Coalition. And I just wanted to come up and say thank you for your code and your amendments that you're doing for the marijuana and everything that's going on. I was really proud to be a Middletown resident back in October when we had that big bust of everything that was going on as far as the kids are concerned. As a prevention educator for Catholic Charities, I always talk to the kids about having opportunity and not starting drugs and alcohol until they're of age to make proper decisions. And availability of it is so prominent all over the place that that bus actually made it a lot harder for our kids to get their hands on those products. So it is very important to continue this work because studies show that the later they start doing any kind of substance use, the more successful they'll be and the better they'll be a productive community member. So thank you for this opportunity. If you need anything from Middletown Cares, we are more than willing and able to help you guys. And please, thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else would like to address the council? Okay, remarks of the mayor.
Good evening. First, I'd like to open with thanking the DPW department and the men and women who work in the DPW for the great job they did with the snow. I know that we had a full salt barn and we don't have it anymore, but
You buy
But
your
it's
salt at
necessary.
Sam's Club.
right, we're gonna go out to Sam's Club, right? But the streets were really cleared, and they were cleared early, and you know, if it was just a matter of driving on the streets, you probably could have gone to school, but it's the sidewalks and the intersections and the danger, and then, of course, snowing later. And so I agree with the decision to close school, but the DPW did a great job. Yesterday, a group of us, myself, I know Alderman Massey, Witt, Kleiner, Tobin, and Jean-Francois, we were all at the MLK Day at the YMCA. One, I want to thank the YMCA for the great job they did, the program. It was about a 2-hour program, a lot of performances by the kids in our community. And as I said yesterday, if you see the group of kids that were performing, you know the future is bright for our city, because these were kids that are really dedicated, talented, and willing to speak out on important issues. So so Bishop Rollins ran the event and did a fine job emceeing, and Jacob Tweel, Maria Bruni, and Ray Lynn, and I believe maybe one or two other department heads were there, and it was a good showing by the city. We had well over 100 people in attendance, by far, since I've been going, the biggest crowd that I've seen at the MLK event. So hopefully it's indicative of the national times where people are waking up and seeing that their rights are in jeopardy, and people will be interested in voting this coming November. One discussion that we've had at the Board of Estimate informally is that we did some fire interviews this past week. We have 3 vacancies in the paid department. One is not really a vacancy, but it's a deployment, which it's a 3-year deployment for one of our members who is in his 17th year. So he's all but going to finish his career being deployed with the military. So there's still some costs that we have to assume with that deployment, not direct salary, but benefits, pension, and all that. And we have 2 others and possibly a 3rd vacancy. So the current list was expiring. They just gave the test on this past Saturday, Mr. Massey, through civil service. So after consultation with the board and the fact that I believe only 40 or 45 took the test, am I correct, Mr. Massey?
I think 47.
47.
final.
So in that area, took the upcoming test. That doesn't mean they all passed the test. We're concerned about having a viable list and filling some vacancies, because potentially next year we have another 4 of our paid staff that are eligible for retirement. So we felt it was prudent to hire 4 at this time. We may need a budget adjustment during the year to cover, because now we have training, we'll have some duplicate health benefits. One of the people retiring was our fire inspector, Theron Atkins. So we need to have at least a 2+ month overlap with the new fire inspector going into his position. So it's going to create a little added expense in the fire department. So at some point, we'll be coming back to you for some additional funds. So we did hire 4, or made offers of 4. 3 of them have accepted the position. 1 declined, and we're interviewing an alternate tomorrow, hopefully filling the 4th position. The academy starts in March, and that's why it's important that we make the decision and fill the. Chief Brady did reserve 4 spots in the fire academy at Westchester. So again, don't be surprised when you get a request in the near future. If you have any concerns about it, we'd appreciate you sharing it with us prior to that, and we'll see if we can address some of your issues. I'm hoping to do the state of the city in mid-February. I was hoping to do it in mid-January, but unfortunately, all of the department head reports are not in yet.
Who's aren't in?
Well, when Mr. Tuil gets up, I think you can ask him, and I think he will let you know if his is in or not. So it does take a little time to put them all together and put the words together, so we need to, the target date will be mid-February, the second meeting in the February schedule. I want to thank Power Against Tobacco, Mr. Moncheray, and for their kind words. You know, when the legislation came out from the state, we took a very strong stance against the whole cannabis issue for a variety of reasons. We all had our individual reasons, but I think we were all unanimous in the fact that we knew the state of New York would screw it up, and they did. And they continue to screw it up, and it's getting worse and worse. If you've been to New York City, in Times Square, it's a disgrace. And what the problems with street retailers, with people opening tobacco shops and using them as fronts for selling illegal marijuana, still illegal to sell unless you have a license. This legislation will allow us to control that a lot better. So we're going to continue pushing that agenda. The state will have to get it right at some point. And as I said, I don't have any personal grind against medical or someone over the age of 21 or whatever the age is making those decisions. But I do have a big problem with it publicly, because, you know, when you're drinking a beer out in front of a restaurant, your neighbor there doesn't smell the beer. But when you smoke marijuana, it affects everybody in the area, or whether it's a bus stop or a park or just on our downtown streets. So, but those are some of the reasons that we gave at the time, but the big reason was the state of New York and how they bungled this. And I think they continue to bungle it, and we're trying to make some corrections on a local level that we can. So I would hope that you would be supportive of the legislation tonight. And that's all I have this evening, other than the MVP health insurance, optional benefits to all eligible city employees. I think Leonora has touched on this before. It is optional. I think the unions are in agreement. We can't offer it to any of the bargaining units unless they agree. And I believe CSEA and maybe police have already agreed. Fire might have, or is close to agreeing, but it's not something we're forcing down someone. With medical copay so high, this is an opportunity for employees to bring that their copay from 15% in some cases of a $40,000 plan, which is $6,000 a year, down to zero. And the city also saves some money. So it's a good plan. At any time, people can opt back into the night shift plan. And at any time that it flips where it becomes more expensive than the night shift plan, if it comes that way, we have the opportunity at some point with proper notice to void the plan also. So I think it's a good opportunity for both the city and the employees to save some money. And that would be the only other issue I want to touch on tonight. Any questions?
Any question for the mayor? Alderman Witt.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Just to be clear with the fire hirings, so the anticipated up to 4 for next year are going to come off of the list of the test that was just taken on Saturday.
That's correct.
All right.
That list will be out probably a few months, I think it takes to score them.
Yes.
If that, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
Okay, thank you.
Department heads, economic development.
Good evening. This evening, we had our reorganizational meeting for the Community Development Agency. We're working on the annual meeting for the IDA at the end of the month, and we had our annual meeting for the Business Improvement District. Also, this past weekend, we had a ribbon cutting at House of Birria, Tacos and Cantina at 125 Dawson Avenue, and we wish them a lot of luck, and I think they're going to do great. That's about it. We're taking small business loan applications and housing rehab apps. That's all I have for tonight.
Question for Maria. Alderman Kleiner.
I don't know if this would be for you or Ray Lynn, the Winter Festival. Do you know when that is and what it would be?
That would be Ray Lynn, or, yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
I'll wait. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Maria. Fire chief.
Good evening. To go along with what the mayor said with the hiring of the 4, since the last council meeting, I don't know if everybody has been aware, but we also did lieutenant interviews off of the civil service list. We promoted John Bianchi Jr. as our lieutenant on our Group 1 on the fire station. Looking forward to working with him. We are going to start ramping up our recruitment committee again for the volunteer service. If anyone has anyone that's 16 or knows anyone that's 16, please send them to the firehouse any Monday night. We're always there on Monday nights. We're looking for active members. We just graduated 4 from the firefighter 1 down at the Orange County. I'm not sure if everyone saw it. They do a nice graduation now for the candidates because it's 140 something hours, I believe, that a new fireman in New York State has to go through as a volunteer. So it definitely is some commitment. And so if anyone knows anyone who's 16, send them down on Monday night. We'll try to, work with them and get them in. And that's all I have. My first meeting, so take it easy on me.
Any question for the fire chief? Thank you, chief. Police chief.
Good evening. Alderman Kleiner, in regards to the Winterfest, I do have the details. So the Winterfest is going to be February 3rd with a snow date of February 17th. The time is from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be at the 1-31 Union Street at the ice rink. It says music, outdoor activities, ice skating, bonfire with Middletown Fire Department, treats, etc. Sounds like it'll be a good time.
Thank you.
I have nothing unless anyone has anything for me.
Any question for the police chief? Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
DPW commissioner.
Good evening. We'll start with the reservoir levels. Obviously, they're full, Alderman Massey, so no worries there. The guys, obviously, the mayor thanked DPW for the good work they're doing in plowing our roads, and also with the water main breaks. It's been going on, and they're there for us, and they're taking care of the situation and dealing with the problem, and we sincerely appreciate their effort, both on the street and water department as well. With the snow plowing, I want to really call out the police department. They've been extremely helpful to us, not in this storm, but the previous one. It was a bigger storm where they had to go around at night, get cars to move or to be towed away, and go after people who would throw the snow back in the street, and so on and so forth. So our sincere thanks for the police department. They were very helpful, and they were, the minute our guys called them, they come out and they help, and it's tremendous. The demolition projects, some people could see it. 99 East Avenue is completed and it's finished. That house is gone. Now they're working on 404 North Street. And next, before you're going to have a resolution for, I believe it's 24.5 Smith Street, to reverse the previous resolution awarding the bid to a certain contractor and give it to somebody else, because the low bidder could not deliver on the insurance. That's the reason why we're just reversing that resolution and awarding it to the third bidder. The second bidder has not been responsive to our phone calls, so we're not recommending him, so we're going to the third bidder, low bidder, and he's responsible. We worked with them before, and I'm sure he will do a great job with that Smith Street house. Highland Avenue tank, about insurance, we continue to have lapse of insurance for the contractor who's doing the painting for Highland Avenue tank, and that's causing problems. We have to issue stop work order every time his insurance lapses, and it's causing problems. So hopefully will be the last one. We're almost there. It will take like one more week to finish the entire job, but we had to put another stop work order on him on Friday. The traffic operations, as you can see, many of the traffic lights have been installed. Well, not many, a couple of them have been installed and are functioning, not the pedestrian crossing, just the main traffic lights in Orchard and, as an example, North and Railroad. You can see them in there. They're very nice. The old ones have not been totally taken down yet. The wires and the poles and everything. It will be a very nice intersection, appealing intersection once it's fully functional. Again, with the freezing weather and the temperature dropping tonight, please be careful walking, whether it is sidewalk or in the street. Everything is freezing up again. Like the mayor said, we're going to have a special crew going out at 3 o'clock in the morning in order to salt the roads in certain areas, not throughout the city, but to try to touch up any areas that may have been frozen. So just be careful, and good luck traveling tomorrow or tonight. Any questions?
Question, Alderman Witt.
Yeah, thank you. Just to help you out tonight into tomorrow, Middletown schools are on a 2-hour delay.
Good.
For tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay?
I think that's a wise move. Yeah.
Alderman Green.
Thank you. Commissioner, I just had a question from a few residents about picking up recycles on the weekends with the holidays. They've noticed that when it's supposed to be on a Saturday because of a holiday, sometimes they see trucks going out on Friday. Is that just done as like a courtesy in case people forget to put them out, or they've noticed trucks out Friday and Saturday?
Yeah. Some people, they're not aware of
Right.
the extended holidays. So what we do is we usually have some time left. If we have time left in the trucks, they go and pick up the recyclables that are already out.
Sure.
So that it will lessen our overtime on Saturday.
I appreciate it.
That's the reason. If we see them out and we have time, we're done picking up garbage, we go pick them up. it will make our life easier for Saturday.
Sure, thank you.
Alderman Kleiner?
Yes, Commissioner, we had a couple issues with, we weren't sure about plowing, and I just wanted to thank you very much because people responded right away and took care of that in the second ward, so we very much appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else? Thank you, Jacob.
Yep.
City Clerk?
Nothing this evening.
Any questions for the City Clerk? All right. Public hearings and grievances
Nothing this
this
evening.
evening? All right. Remarks of Alderman. Alderman Massey.
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Alderman Witt.
Other than just, for anyone who might have just missed that, Middletown schools for Wednesday are on a 2-hour delay. So I just heard that from the superintendent. So forgive me for looking at my phone, but that was part of my day job. Also, I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Alderman Green.
Thank you. Yeah, just remind everyone, be safe, allow a little extra time for braking and stuff in the ice, and also, sorry, there was a noise if you see people shuffling around. And also, please clean off your cars as best as you can in the morning, because it's never nice to be behind someone whose car is flailing snow all over your windshield and kind of refreezes everything, just adds to the danger. So just be a little careful. And just a reminder that we won't be having our February constituents meeting. We will hold off until March. Hopefully, the weather will be a little better for us then. But if you have any questions, always reach out. Thank you.
Alderman Kleiner.
Thank you. I also wanted to mention the Martin Luther King celebration yesterday at the YMCA, and thank the Interfaith Council and the YMCA for their presentation. Martin Luther King Day actually happened to fall on his birthday this year, so that was a point of note. I also recommend, if you've never read it, read his letter from Birmingham jail and read his Beyond Vietnam speech, because it was a great program, but we don't want to get too comfortable, because he was about looking at injustice and making trouble to try and end it. So you get a little better understanding if you read those two things of what he was up against and what he faced. And I lived in Washington, D.C. from 1964, going to school till 1968, so I saw a lot of that in person. Town of Walk Hill Community Center tomorrow. The Department of Transportation has an informational presentation from 2 to 4 and from 6 to 8, and it's about the project and to expand Route 17 to 3 lanes. So they're doing a presentation and taking comments on that. It should be interesting. I want to thank JC and congratulate her. She was sworn in at the last Wednesday at the Parks and Rec Committee meeting, and I think she's going to be a great addition to the commission. And also wanted to mention that there is, I saw the story on Mid-Hudson News today, there will be a blood drive in the Galleria. That's at the end of the month on January 31st, but blood banks, if you followed it, are very low in New York and around the country. So that's going to be January 31st from 11 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the lower level of J.C. Penney's, and we don't have another meeting before then, so I thought I would mention it tonight. That's it. Thank you.
Alderman Ray.
Good evening. I wanted to say thank you to our friends from Paragon's Tobacco and Middletown Cares for speaking tonight. And, I definitely agree with their statements. I know Sergeant Welch had my girls go out and try to make some buys for them the summer before last, and they did. And they were able to. And so even with the laws, kids are able to get their hands on things they should not. And I think that anything we can do to protect our kids is important in what we do here. And especially when it comes to these vapes, which you're finding are like genetically damaging to people. It's just scary stuff that our kids are exposed to. So everything you're doing, I appreciate. And for our police department and our city with our legislation, I think we're doing good work there to keep our kids safe. And obviously rec always keeps them healthy and happy too. So great work there. That's all I have.
Alderman Johnson.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman John Francois.
Good evening. MLK event was a great event. I had a great time, and so many talented folks that was there, young kids. And we had this one girl that was singing Amazing Grace. I could have sworn we was at Carnegie Hall when she started singing. I had to take a double look. So if you were there, you missed a good show. Hopefully we have this show at the Paramount next year because there was so many people there. I think it was overflowing, so Paramount would be a good place to have that. Also, DPW, street department, these guys did a great job and to clean our street, and take my hat out to these guys. They did a wonderful job. Thank you.
Alderman Tobin.
I would also like to thank Power Against Tobacco. I mean, I know they've done studies of the brain that your brain isn't fully developed until you're in your early 20s. So, I mean, starting any kind of vaping or substance abuse at a young age is horrible. And it's so prevalent around here. They're making like Doritos and all different things. They're obviously marketing to children. So, thank you. To echo the sentiments of Alderman Jean Francois, and the mayor, the MLK tribute was touching, a touching tribute to one of our nation's heroes. Martin Luther King Jr., if he was alive today, I think would have a lot to say about our current Supreme Court and decisions they've been making, especially about overturning affirmative action. There's much work yet to be done. I think that was a message from the meeting. It was also about community. Simply passing laws is not like the easy button that changes things. Otherwise, after they made slavery legal in 1860, everything would have been fine. But 400 years or hundreds of years of legalized slavery, there's a deep wound that needs to be healed in America. And so I think after this weekend and seeing the youth that were at the ceremony, I think that the next generation is up to the challenge. And it was nice to see all the young people there, and the music was spectacular. So definitely was a great time. Thank you.
Thank you. New business.
Good evening. We have a resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson amending the city code by creating a new chapter 438 for tobacco, hookah, vaping establishment licenses.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner. Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson to amend city code to allow health and fitness in the C3 General Business Zoning District.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Kleiner. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray. Kleiner. Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt to offer MVP health insurance as an optional benefit to all eligible city employees.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, second by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner. Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey to make a $518 budget transfer to cover the cost of ARPA consultant Don Paris.
A resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Kleiner. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Jean Francois to amend Resolution 248-23, awarding bids for the demolition of properties at 27.5 Smith Street, 99 East Avenue, and 404 North Street.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green to enter into an agreement with RBT CPAs LLC.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green, seconded by Alderman Kleiner. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey to adopt a fund balance policy.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? This is the Jacob to Will fund balance? Oh. Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderwoman Ray appointing Kwasi Hussein and Jose Munoz as volunteer firefighters.
Resolution by Alderman Ray, seconded by Alderman John Francois. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Abstain.
Steen. Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Tobin appointing Emily Green Pacella to the Board of Assessment Review.
Resolution by Alderman Tobin, seconded by Alderman John Francois. Any discussion? Alderman Green.
I will be abstaining from this one as well, because it is my sister. Thank you.
Duly noted. Anyone else? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Abstain.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Kleiner reappointing Richard Krogan as Assistant Corporation Counsel.
Resolution by Alderman Kleiner. Do I have a second? Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. And that's it for new business.
Audit.
Mr. President, I move the accounts be audited, the claims be adjusted, and the city treasurer be authorized to issue warrants for their payment.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries.
Move for adjournment.
So moved.
Aye.